Well, hello, hello, DP Crazy Lady here. This is an evening uh, video. It's 6:30 p.m. It is Tuesday. It is the 22nd, uh, October 2024. And I wanted to show, I'll put you in the holder in a minute, but I wanted to show you how far I've gotten. Right now, it would be at half when I finish this little section here. So I like it. I do like it. I'm going to figure out what that is over there yet. I'd have to look at the picture again or something, but I still like it. It's like almost like a 3D. And I know that's a door there, and this is a doorway. And there goes my phone. Oh, it's spam. So it's just going to ring. I get them all day long, and you'll hear it ringing, and then it'll quit. But anyhow, it was 76 or 78 degrees today. Really good, really nice. Um, and you know what? The phone didn't ring the whole time I was sitting here for the last 2 or 3 hours. And I get on to make a video and off it goes. Good one. What a way to interrupt. Oh, well. Anyhow, it's real life, y'all. You know, it is what it is. So, anyhow, and then there's a doorway with plants hanging, like a, a, a storefront in there. But I really like this. I think it's really, really pretty. And the colors are vibrant. And the detail, I think, is really good. So let me put you on pause. And I'll put you in the holder and we'll chat for a few minutes. So hang in there. Okay, I think I got you. I hope so, because I kept hitting the button and hitting the button earlier trying to get it to play so it would start recording, and it wouldn't do it. So I don't know what its issue was. But anyhow, as I said, I'm working on this last section here. I have to kind of keep the light away from it. It shines down on here and it gets so bright I can't see anything. So, where did it? Okay. Oh, and I had to buy another one. It broke. The other one had cracked. And I told my daughter, I said, first of the month when I get my Social Security, I'm going down and buying what they have left down there. I think they had 3 or 4 of them. I'm buying them because I sat here last night and I started to roll and it just shot off there and it had broke. And I had to go down with my last couple bucks and say, I got to get another one, you know, or because I couldn't get this off without all the drills popping off. So good thing it happened at the hour it did. They were still open. So I'm going to buy several of them. They come in handy. If they had a smaller version, which I suppose they might, of the ones that come with your kit sometimes, the black ones with the red rubber roller in it, if they had a smaller version like this, you know, maybe that big or something, I would buy it instead. I'm going to have to look online and Amazon and see if maybe they do have it and I just never looked for it, so I wouldn't know. I'm still having to use my magnifier on some of these because it's hard to see what like I said, it's with the O's, or the O and the C, and if you're not looking real close, the Q and the D, they're the same color and almost the same shape. Almost the same shape. And the Q and the G, they're the same color, almost the same shape. So I just wish they wouldn't have had them, near each other. But anyhow, my brother came by today because a couple days ago, and I don't even know if I had said it, he bought a car. He got it at a used dealership, of course, and apparently he paid cash for it because it's about 10 years old. The 2014 Kia, I don't think it's a Kia Sorento or Kia something. It seats like 8 people. It's a big SUV, biggie. He said he didn't really want to get something that big, but he was able to pay cash for it and have money, set aside, at least, 2-3 grand set aside, so that if it needs some kind of repair or it needs, a tune up or it needs whatever, he can at least do that, which is a good idea. I mean, I went out and looked at it, and it's got it's silver, and it's got a dent on the passenger side door where somebody had hit it or clipped it, or the people hit something, whatever, but it's not rusted out or anything like that. And it looks really good. I mean, it's clean inside, cruise control, it's got all-wheel drive. Trying to think what else it has, but I mean, it's a nice vehicle. He went and took it up to my mom's today, surprised her, to show her he got himself a vehicle. And I asked him, I said, well, why did you get something so big? And he goes, well, now, he said, if I hit anything, I can hit anything any size, in case he, I said, please, whatever you do, man, don't get in an accident and don't get a speeding ticket and don't, Now, thank goodness he's got a car now, because at the age he is and the age I am, neither one of us do a whole lot of driving, and if he treats the vehicle well and, changes the oil if it needs it, or check the brakes, or, don't wait until it, a big thing comes up, he ought to have it at least a couple of years. And he figured if he has it for at least 2 to 3 years, he can maybe start putting some money aside and having get himself a little newer vehicle in 2 or 3 years, which is good, if he does that. But I know my brother, money burns a hole in his pocket rather quickly, and that's how it is. If he's got the money, he'll spend it, and he doesn't always save. So, and then starting in January or February, he'll be getting his Social Security. So he'll have his Social Security and his military pension. So that'll work out, for him. So I gave him the diamond painting I did for him of Dallas. Because I said, well, Freddie, I'm going to give this to you now. Whoops, that's the wrong color. There I go. Putting it in the wrong place. Talking and not paying attention. Come back here. I said, I'm going to give it to you now so that, in case I don't see you on your birthday. Because depending on what our weather is going to be like, if we get really bad snow in November and his birthday is right around Thanksgiving, nobody's going to be going anywhere. So I told him, I'm going to give it to you now. So I gave it to him, and he said, oh, great, terrific. He said, you had to give me something like that now, that Dallas Cowboy hanging thing. You guys saw it. He said, you had to give it to me now. He said, the year we're losing. And I said, well, if you hang it on your wall and maybe, they'll know it's there and you're rooting for them, maybe they'll do something, but I expect it's too close to the end of the time, for them to pick up and do anything. I don't know. And he said, you had to buy me some. I said, I didn't buy that. I said, I made that. And he goes, you made that? And I said, yeah, brother. I said, but he said, wow. He said, that is really nice. So he'll be hanging it somewhere in his room, in his apartment. I'm sure he can find some place to hang it. So he really liked it. He really liked it. I know I had sent a picture of it to my mom so that she could see it, because I said I doubt if she'll get to see it before I give it to him. And so she had showed it to my other sister and my stepdad and stuff like that, and they just were going gaga over. They go gaga over these things anyway. And I keep telling them, I said, it's just like, paint by number. And like my mom told her, told my sister, she said, if you need to learn how to do it, she said, I'll show you. You're here. She said, I'll show you. You don't need to, travel up there if you don't want to. She said, if I can do it, and I'm 90 years old, I know darn well you can do it, But my sister was up here for 2.5, 3 weeks, and I never seen hide nor hair of her. So that's the way that works. It's not like we don't get along, but sometimes we just need to get along, if you know what I mean. It happens. It's ideologies, But anyway, I'm going to, I'm trying to think of what I want to do after I finish this. This is taking me longer than normal. I don't know why. I'm not, again, sleeping that well at night, and I'm tossing and turning, and oh, there's some more Z's. Why am I putting this away? Excuse me. I'm tossing and turning, and then I wake up at between 6 and 8 o'clock in the morning, and then I have my coffee. I mess around on the computer a little bit and look at videos, and then by about I'd say around 11, between 10 and 11, I say, okay, I'm going to start diamond painting. So I start diamond painting, and the whole time I'm diamond painting, I'm nodding off. I'm nodding off. I mean, I've smacked my head on this board before. I'm boom, boom, nodding off. And so I keep trying to go, and then I just can't take it anymore. And so I end up laying down and sleep for about 3 or 4 hours, and then wake up, and then I think that's why I'm up most of the night, or I just can't seem to sleep good and stay awake. So I figure, you know what? If this is my schedule, this is my schedule. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm too old to change it now. When I was younger, I was a night person, 100%. I mean, I even had a midnight job, where I was working in a plastics factory, and you went from like 11:30, I think it was 11:30, 11 to 7, I think it was. And I'm going to tell you, talk about boring job, and just standing there, and you're making these little plastic lids for little toy canisters for kids, and all this. I mean, and you had to wait for the machine. It would pour its own plastic, and then you'd punch the button on it and shove the machine back, and then it would pop forward eventually. It was almost on like a conveyor, and it would go to the end, and then it would take, like, say 15-20 minutes, and then it would come back, and then you'd pop the things off. They were on uh, like a mold, and you pulled them off, and you had to cut them, and then you threw the extra pieces of mold backwards into a hopper, and then that went back down around and went back into the machine to melt. And then you had to make sure you trimmed those lids, and even trimming those lids didn't take hardly much time, so you're still waiting for the stupid machine. Oh man, I hated that job. Then one time I worked in a balloon factory. uh, I tell you, we'd watch the molds go around. They were the elongated balloons, not the big round ones. You had the little skinny uh, balloons. And they would go around, dip into the uh, liquid, and keep going and going and going, and then go around, and then there'd be a air blower up there that would blow off whatever, you know, as it was coming through. It would start to dry them a little bit, and then as it came toward you, you had an air hose, and you ran the air hose. Here's the metal. It's really weird. The metal tubes on there and the balloons on there, and you ran the air hose like this till the balloons came off in streams like that, and you grabbed them and then threw them in a basket, and then the other person back there put them in a dryer, a regular dryer, put them in the dryer so they dried better, and then they'd load them, and then they'd send them over to the next room where some of them would have designs put on them. They'd roll them, they'd have them blow up a little bit, roll them in the ink, and then send them through a little sun lamp. And we made balloons there. I would come home every night because it was me, just me. I was me and another girl on the other side of me. And I'd come home every night with the left side of my hair flowing straight backwards with balloon dust, and it wasn't glue, but it was the balloon residue, and my hair would just be straight back, like you used too much hairspray. It would be straight back. And every night I had to take a shower, I mean a serious shower, and wash my hair every night to get that residue out of my hair. It was awful, so that was fun. Then I naturally, after a while, I worked at hotels and cleaned rooms and did housekeeping and stuff like that. So, oh yeah, those jobs were fun. And I was in my teen years then. Worked at A&W when I was a teenager. I could walk right up to there. There was only about a block and a half from where we lived, and I'd walk up there and work for, I think I only, in the summer, I worked there 4 days a week or 5 days a week. And then when I went back to school in the fall, while they were still open, and they'd stay open until the weather got really bad, I worked the weekends. And boy, the weekends were fun because you made a heck of a lot more in tips. But see, I was only making 65 cents an hour. So, but it was nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working there at A&W. So, here I am talking about the past, y'all. Worked as a dishwasher in a really famous restaurant. I think I mentioned that one time, a long time ago. It's tore down now. It's about a mile from where I live right now, where it was. And that's where a lot of movie stars would come to eat when they played in the Kenley Players in my area. So, but yeah, I don't know if there's anything else to really talk about other than, we've had nice weather for 2 days. So, not sure how long that's going to last. It is October after all. So I suspect it could get pretty dang on cold here, just in an instant, because that's what Ohio is, Blink and the weather changes. So you don't like where the weather is? Wait a minute, it'll change, because it will, and it'll do that in one day. It can change 2 or 3 times in one day. So, and I've seen that happen. So anyway, like I said, he got himself a car. It seems has good tires on it right now and stuff. So hopefully he'll maintain it, and hopefully it'll last him a while. We got to take ours in on the 4th, so I can see, with the steering. I keep crossing my fingers that for 2 things. Either one, it's not as serious as I think it is, or 2, if it is, please let it be reasonable enough that we can afford it, and 3, that they're the ones that can fix it and I don't have to go, out of this, off this planet in order to find the parts, So, we'll see. I'll know on the 4th. While they're inspecting it and running a diagnostic on it, and I'll be sitting there waiting because there is nowhere else I can go. And then the day that, if they say they can fix it, I'm just going to be stuck down there until they, get it fixed. Because, I could probably walk around in some of the stores and stuff. There's a plaza and the mall is just down the street. But, we'll see. Just like I said, cross your fingers, cross your legs, cross your eyes, cross whatever is left, and hope, that it's affordable, whatever it is, and fixable. So, well, I'm going to get off here, and I don't have coffee this time. I got my A&W sugar, 0 sugar that I like drinking. My daughter said she can't drink it. And she loves root beer, but she said that the, what is it, which one's in here? The aspartame. Now, the aspartame used to bother me. The other one, the aspartame never bothered me. It was the other one. I can't think of the name of the other one that they put in. And I can't, but this I can drink, and now I can drink the other one too, with the other artificial sugar in it. That's mainly because I've been drinking, no sugar except for my creamer for 2 years, going on 3 years, whatever. I don't know how long it's been. I have to look back on my books. I don't even care anymore. I don't miss it, so, does not matter to me. I'm getting glue sticky on my drills. Have to clean them off after. All right, I'm going to get off here. Hope you like this. Like I said, sorry it's taken me longer, but it is. I don't know why, other than, the hours I don't spend on it like I used to. But I'm trying to get it done. So, y'all have a good one. Wanted to put one up so I didn't miss a day. So, have a good one. Tomorrow's Wednesday, middle of the week. Before you know it, it'll be the weekend again. So, only political thing I'm going to say is if it's time for you to vote, vote. I know there's so many people in this world, in the United States, that are registered but never vote. I don't understand it, because it's pretty simple. If you want to mail a ballot in, you mail a ballot in. It's easy. So, Republican, Democrat, Independent, doesn't make any difference. If you get a chance and you think about it, vote. There's early voting all over the place in different states. So, I already voted. So, y'all have a good one. Hugs. Love you all. New subs, old subs. Love you. Hugs. DP Crazy Lady. I'm out.